does hate them now. Anyways, so we've talked about in the last couple of episodes, we are officially switching services. This doesn't mean anything to anybody other than people who get the direct link. So, if you are one of the people who uses the RSS feed to download, starting next episode, the one that goes up on September 1st, in the description will be a new RSS feed link. You can use that from the Facebook page to download the episodes from now on. So that's really it. So, Michael, business, go.
Go to our Facebook page, like and share the Facebook page. Go to Twitter, follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is...
That Comes Natural Pod.
Then you're done with that. Please head on over to iTunes, rate the podcast, review the podcast, and subscribe to the podcast. Cody, what's some motherfucking name?
Comes naturally, we are
Joe.
Mike.
I am Cody, and joining us today is...
Taj!
Yay!
Yay! Fuck you.
Taj is a big old piece of shit. Oh, are we not singing that this time?
So what's
Where the fuck
get
am I
right
here?
into what pissed you off right before we started. What happened?
I'm excited.
I'm hanging on the edge of my seat.
Don't do that. Those
Don't do
seats
that,
we have
seriously.
found out.
That seat's
Don't
Can't
do
hold
that.
it.
I've done
Seat
that
back.
two
Twice.
different times in those chairs, and they don't hold up.
And you're not nearly as big as Mike, right?
Nearly.
Not nearly.
Not nearly.
Nope.
No.
So,
Yes.
news have come out about the Warner Brothers DC Extended Universe. This is the cinematic universe, you guys don't know what we're talking about. The Batman, which is the standalone, or the movie, the solo movie with
The
Batfleck, is no longer part of the DCEU.
What?
It is a standalone
What?
movie only.
That has no connection whatsoever.
connection.
What the fuck is the
Lex
point?
Luthor has been cut from Justice League completely, and the Batman will not be tied to or part of the DCEU.
Obviously, they don't want.
I don't see that being a big issue.
Well, because anything that happens, this gives them their out to get rid of Ben Affleck from the Batman.
Well, he
but
did say
if
he
it's-
wanted to get out already.
So that's what that could mean.
Joe's got the ponder face.
It doesn't necessarily mean that stuff they do in the movie is gonna contradict anything they do in the team up movies. It just means like it's not connected. Like if it's just
doing a movie,
a solo Batman adventure, doesn't necessarily mean it has to coincide with all the other ones.
I mean, technically, Spider-Man was a solo Spider-Man adventure, but it was still connected, and there was nothing wrong with it. I mean, I don't think that there needs to be a disconnect. I mean, it's obvious that Batman is on his own, does his own shit. Why do you need to come out and say, hey, it's not connected, and it has nothing to do with the DCEU and all these things? That makes no sense.
I'm not too worried about it. I don't really give a fuck either way. They're all just movies.
It would have been
Fuck are
interesting
you?
to. It would have been interesting to have it
Connected.
officially connected. But I think I agree with Mike in as long as it's done, a good Batman movie. It doesn't have to directly tie into the DC universe. It just makes me wonder what they're going to do going forward then within the DC universe.
Yeah, that part makes it kind of weird. But
Because if you're trying to get rid of Ben Affleck, you're going to have to replace Batman with somebody else.
We're not trying to get rid of him. He's just pulling out.
based off of what?
Based off of what? His words?
Where did you read his words?
Because there,
No, let
there
me
have been,
fucking go
there have been
to-
rumors that
There's been a lot of contradicting reports.
exactly because
So-
on one side I've read that that he wants out, and then somebody will do an interview with him and he's like, that's not true at all,
Why do you think, let's say that he does want to stay. Why do you think that they'd try and get rid of him?
I don't know. I mean, with anything that a company, could be.
What would be a good reason to get rid of him? I guess kind of I would try and piece together the why.
Wants too much money, wants too much control over something. I mean, right there is why Edward Norton didn't come back for the Hulk.
I think it's a little different only because Edward Norton doesn't have the same star power.
Well, it says here, so this is a quote from Matt Reeves, the now director and writer. Well, I have a vision for a way to do something which, with that character, Batman, that feels like it resonates with me personally and a perspective that can grow out into other things. When Warner Brothers, approached me, what they said was, look, it's a standalone, it's not part of the extended universe. Then it goes on to say that down here, and fleshing out more of the actual interview, so this is, what does it mean to the DC EU? Yesterday's Joker origin movie news gives us a clue. It's that Warner is trying to attract A-list filmmaker talent to their superhero movies by giving them the option to sidestep the continuity established in the DCEU. So, doesn't mean Batfleck won't be Batfleck in anything else in the DCU. He may not be part of Matt Reeves' Batman movie. Just like Christopher Nolan's Batman movies have nothing to do with the now currently running DCEU.
Well, yeah, but they also chose to, in a sense, I don't want to say reboot, but
they did.
They remade the character.
Yeah, so that's what they're saying. This is just another iteration of Batman outside of the Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman, Justice League run.
After you saying that, my biggest problem now is that sounds incredibly stupid.
Yes.
You're now going to have one continuity. You're doing the exact same thing in your fucking comic books. It's shitty.
Yes.
Because especially in movies, we've always said that moviegoers aren't necessarily the brightest people in the shed.
So now you're going to take away.
So now you're going to have your DC universe characters, and then you're going to have this standalone character,
not match.
And exactly, the people are going to wonder why Ben Affleck's not Batman if he stays in the DC universe one. It's dumb.
It's like having two Flashes, because you have a Flash on TV and you have a Flash in the movies.
Exactly.
Because they're not
the same thing.
No, because they're not linked. That's what I'm saying.
It is the same thing.
They're the same character. They're both Barry Allen. They're both the Flash. They're two different people.
Two different actors playing the same character.
But when you compare television to movies, there is that separation.
Disconnect.
Yeah, so that's what makes it work for that one.
There is a disconnect. It's just that this makes it worse because now you're literally putting out movies with the same character, multiple actors in it. But they're both continually.
But Affleck's in the Matt Reeves Batman. Like, it's that
No. They're saying it's a standalone, different Batman.
No, Affleck's still attached to being that movie as of right now.
As of right now.
Yeah, but that's changed in a heartbeat.
Yeah. So what this is saying is that because Matt Reeves has full control of the movie now, so his Batman may not be Ben Affleck. It may be someone else. Because his movie no longer takes place inside their DCEU. So it could be a completely different actor playing a completely different Batman than what we see in that one. It's like having...
That's just guessing that they're changing the...
Yes, this article and the linked article is very ambiguous about the whole thing.
Yeah, so I mean, we can't make that jump right now.
No.
Like, that would be super dumb if they did that.
Yes.
But as of right now, that's not what's happening.
Yeah. In this interview, they ask him blatantly twice, and he is yet to say who plays Batman.
Yeah, if they have Ben Affleck play Batman in both movies, sure, you don't need that connected universe thing. I mean, even Marvel movies were like that. None of them really directly connect to each other, with the exception of like the Avengers or something like that. And they, mostly connect within the stinger scenes at the end. So you could just have a one-off story that doesn't affect the rest of the
But what this
universe.
is saying is Matt Reeves is saying that it's not, yes, the stories don't tie together, but they do not exist in the same universe. His standalone The Batman movie,
and I'm just saying,
not part of it.
And what I'm saying is that if because obviously, like I said, we don't know everything. If Ben Affleck exists in both, is Batman in both movies, there's no problem.
I get what you're saying, but when the creator, writer-director comes out and says it's not even the same universe, how do you get the same Batman? Why would you make this kind of announcement?
I don't know. And we'll have to finish seeing it, what they do with it.
You're right.
And that's all I'm saying. The way they put this article and that interview is, it sounds like they're literally disconnecting
fully.
those two.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. On the one hand, if they're switching Batmans, that's incredibly stupid.
Yeah,
that's
what I'm saying.
If they decide to keep the same Batman, yeah, okay, it could be a totally different universe, and you don't consider it part of what you're doing over here, but it has the same Batman.
As long as it doesn't directly conflict with something else, Like, it doesn't need to have a character or a storyline link up to it.
Yeah.
is,
Do you
is
think
all
That's
I'm
what I was
saying.
saying. Yeah.
You think it has the potential to confuse some of your,
Oh yeah.
Yes.
No, it's going to
and
sure.
that's going to be problematic as well.
Yes.
Because it's the same thing happened went to your point about the Hulk with Edward Norton versus or
That was
your
my
point,
point.
right? Well, he said something about
Yeah.
you're not coming back. That's right, you said. But yes, your point about that is people were confused, and those people aren't fans, they're not followers, they're just people who go see
Movie
these
watchers.
movies.
Yeah.
Just
And
movie
they're
watchers.
like why isn't Edward Norton returning? They don't know the behind the business stuff where he wanted too much control. They're like, yo, like that's not how it works. Like, you have control when we make Hulk movies. You have no control over Avengers movies. That's not how this works.
Mm-hmm.
But when you make a big shift in who it is, like we're not saying like going from like Bruce Banner being Hulk to someone else being Hulk. We're literally putting a different face behind it. It can gets very confusing for those people because people don't follow that stuff. And this is if that's what this is doing, it is going to cause some confusion because people will assume it's supposed to be the same Batman.
Yeah.
And it's like reading Detective Comics and Batman.
And that's
Those are two drastically different Batmans. They're written differently, they act differently, they look differently. Everything's different in the two worlds, but they have this little smidgen of connection when big events happen.
Yeah.
You have events of those ones trickle down to those ones, and somehow now there's characters that don't really ever exist in that universe or in that title show up in that title just because the bigger overarching, DC all run line links up somehow. Like, there's 14 Damians and that sort of thing. When there was never before. There was never a Robin before. Now there's like 14 variations of a Robin, and you're like, the fuck's going on? Like, I don't know which Robin's which. Like, this Damien's got superpowers. This Damien fucking decapitates people and plays with sock puppets. Like, I don't know what the fuck's going on with any of this. It's super confusing. And that's the people who are smart and read all the time. We're talking about the mass public go see movies that can confuse why monkeys now can talk and walk and ride horses.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, that affects your box office,
It definitely
which is
can.
what this is all about. So
Depends, though. This is the thing, though, about that. If what they're saying here is they're trying to trying to attract A-list filmmakers and talent, if they're trying to get someone who's, at this point, I can't imagine too many people bigger than the name Ben Affleck, trying to get that person in the role, then obviously
you think
like
it'll make a
that's
difference? You're just saying that's going to cover up.
it could help with it too, because people who don't like Batman v Superman and possibly don't like Justice League, again, we haven't seen it yet, so we don't know what happens. Those people are like, oh, I don't like Ben Affleck as Batman. I don't like that Batman. This one could be different because it's somebody else. It's controlled by somebody else. It has nothing to do with it. The problem is people who don't know the difference are going to be like, is this like a younger one? Is this like happening at the same time? Or like, it can cause some confusion. But having a really big actor, I mean, I can't name anybody, somebody who's big enough to like be Batman. Because Christian Bale, when he was announced as Batman, people were like, who the fuck is Christian Bale? And people were like, that guy from Newsies? And you're like, people are like, why? Like, why Christian Bale? Like, what? I mean, then it turns out he's fucking phenomenal.
fantastic.
As both Bruce Wayne and Batman, So, I mean, it could help, but it could also hurt, but it could literally be both. It just seems weird to me that they've gone this far to do it. I mean, what's crazy about this is they're talking about how, in this particular article, they're talking about how Flashpoint, which is the Flash movie, has gone through 2 directors, is on a 3rd as of yet announced director. The Cyborg movie has yet to be anything. Like, has it been? Like, we don't know if it's been completely scrapped. Is it getting his own movie? Is it not getting his own movie? We don't know yet. And then you have the Batman, which here it says jettisoned both, but obviously Ben Affleck, who was originally directing and scripting it, now is not doing either of those. That would easily be a point where, like, hey, we're bringing in someone to do both of those things. Let's make it something different. The thought process, I think, is a good one. I just don't think it's the right timing, because you're building up all this big stuff, and it would go. I think Mike said something like this. It would go along the ways of what DC's already been doing, because they don't want to follow in the same path that Marvel did, where they have all the building blocks leading up to one big pyramid, and then like that pyramid leads into another pyramid that leads into a bigger pyramid. They're just like, yo, like we have this one that was this thing, and we have these two, like these three together in this movie, and then we have she has her own thing, and then we're bring them back together with more of them here. But then we also have like this stuff going on over here. That's just like more stuff. It's just more things going on. It's not a great idea, but what was that?
He's shaking the whole goddamn table.
Oh, you nervously shaking your thing and stuff. So I mean, it's interesting, but it's also.
I think the timing is really weird. It's very early in DC's movie universe in general to be really shaking things up so much. I think that, you know, from the standard moviegoer, you know, that could really cause too much confusion to make it, you know, to make them, you know, make it sustainable, I guess is the way I think about it. And, you know, it's all about the almighty dollar. I mean, why create so much confusion so early on?
It's going to be interesting to see what they do. That's
pretty much what it comes down to.
I think this would have worked for other characters within.
But this is
someone who's not like
main
a
character.
main component
Somebody
of it.
who's not already having movies made for them. You know, I don't know who that would be off the top of my head, because eventually there's a lot of ones that you want to bring into the Justice League.
Yeah.
Green Lantern jumps to mind.
Well, there's rumors that he will be not directly shown in it, but like he's already referenced in the trailers when Steppenwolf is talking. He says no lanterns.
Yeah.
And it's already said, like, we already know we're getting a Green Lantern in the Green Lantern Corps movie. So we know it's there. It's just, I think what you're saying is we don't see him in it, so there'll be an opportunity for that kind of thing. But I don't think they're going to pull Batman out of the Justice League to replace him with Green Lantern.
That wouldn't make
no,
sense.
they wouldn't do that.
Yeah, but
no.
yes, I mean, what's crazy, though, is, like, that just means Batfleck's version is the DCEU's. It's going to run through all of those movies. So
the Justice League and all that
Justice
stuff.
League, if he was in a little bit in Wonder Woman because of the narration through the letter.
Mm-hmm.
There's the obviously he was in Suicide Squad. He'll most likely probably be part of the Gotham City Sirens stuff.
Aquaman maybe
Might be part of Aquaman. Who knows? He's definitely his Batman is
the link
through
to,
all that.
yeah.
So those ones here, what way that Matt Reeves is talking in this interview, both that's saying in this article and the one it links to, is he's making his own Batman centric everything that will not bleed into anything else. Which again, it's weird, but I think it's actually kind of cool if they do it like Nolan did, where his was so separate from everything else because you didn't have a flying man in a bright leotard suit. You know what I mean? It was very real. Matt Reeves not going there. He's going dark. Like he even said, like he wants it noirish, like, you know, super gritty and things like that, which is super cool. I just think timing is super weird. It's just like because there was so much hubbub above is Ben leaving Batman, but now this makes more sense if that's what was coming out of it. Is yes, he's leaving the Batman, but he's not leaving Batman. He's still the DCU's Batman, and there will be a different Batman. So it's interesting, to say the least. But I just the name of the article threw me off. It was like the Batman, not part of DCU. I'm like, and then I read the thing that says it's a standalone. I was like, oh, okay, the Batman is in like the movie The Batman. Gotcha. Then it says plus Lex Luthor cut from Justice League. I was like, like he's gonna be a bit role. Like what? How much is he gonna have? Like he's nothing. He's a little bald man in jail versus fucking space aliens. You know what I mean? I don't know about you, but he may be smart, but he ain't that fucking good. He can't take a punch from one of those motherfuckers. That's for sure.
Well, if he's, you know, what's the fucking game? Where
Injustice?
he's got the, you know, the fucking
the armor. Yeah,
armor suit, and he'd handed some asses out.
He could until you know, someone who's not affected by kryptonite goes, oh, hey, I'm gonna punch through this guy real quick, and her name is Wonder Woman. Be like, oh, hey, nice tin can, pa. And all of a sudden, like she pulls her hand out, and there's like part of the aorta right here, and she's like, oh no, It got caught him
I got on me.
because she punched through his chest.
Yeah, no, I
Okay,
gotcha.
gotcha.
You should probably explain it again.
She punched so hard it went through the armor into his chest, came out the back, and she was like, "Oh no!"
Mhm.
And, yeah. 2 new vehicles were revealed from Last Jedi.
No.
The First Order vehicles. There's one. It is a walker. It is known as the ATM-6. It is a heavily armored. It's so the one in the new trailer, or one of the trailers, you see them in the distance. They look like AT-ATs walking. Apparently, those are ATM-6s, all-terrain mega caliber 6 is what it's actually. That's what it stands
Is
for.
that the first AT vehicle with a number in it?
Yes, and the reason it's called that is because it has giant cannons on the front of it. And I'll show you a picture.
Are there 6 of them?
There are 6 cannons. Yes.
Okay, there you go.
Yep.
The mouth cannons,
Right.
So yeah, see these ones, and you don't see it very well. Hold on. So this is a close up of one of the
mouth.
laser cannons.
Laser.
And so you have them all over the head area.
Got it.
But yeah, it even has armored legs. You can't try to take out the joints better. Plus, if you look, you can't see it very well.
They still look like they're susceptible to the old grapple
But
hook.
look, it looks like they have ridges. It could be like
To
almost
keep
like
that
blades or
covered.
whatever. Yeah, under control, because they can't bunch up together. You
Because
know.
they don't learn up a
Yep.
little bit.
But the next one is called the First Order Dreadnought, and it's the mandatory. It's the 4-class warship. It is a big ass fucking Star Destroyer.
I was gonna say Dreadnought. That's big ship in a fleet.
Yeah, and it has got giant cannons on it.
Is there
Yeah, hold on. Go back there.
Yeah, that thing's pretty huge.
what she said?
You should be
Shit.
dreadnought.
Yep.
The fucking cannon on that
Yeah.
thing.
Look.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, they're gonna destroy some shit. And then yeah, it's like in the top of it's covered in fucking turbo cannons. Like just littered. Like, have fun getting through this.
Coming up below only.
Yep. So it's pretty interesting. Very interesting, actually. It just needs to be December already so I can watch it. Is that too much to ask?
Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
That's called time travel, sir.
Yep.
Somebody's
much
attracted
It
to
exists somewhere. We just don't know where.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, it's the name is due to the fact it's not that it has 6 cannons. It has a mega caliber 6 laser cannon on its back, which is the one that's mounted. One
Right,
of those,
right in the
like,
center.
yeah, just that's literally a fucking walking cannon. Well, that's fun. It's a fun little terrible walking tank thing that'll murder people. Hey, Michael.
Yeah.
Did you watch any of the Defenders?
3 episodes, sir.
What?
Joe, you watched? I can't even get to the question.
No, I haven't.
All right, Taj, what about you?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
No.
Gwyneth Paltrow was spotted on the set of Avengers 4.
Well, we already
Yeah,
just
she
came back.
was.
Yeah, but no one knew that until Spider-Man,
Right.
because that shit was like a mystery.
It was a mystery.
Yep, they're just like,
I guess
she
got
showed up
bored
and
at
was like,
home.
"You got
Everybody-
someone look like Gwyneth Paltrow." They called her Pepper. I think it's the same lady.
She got bored
Mike's
being
phone's
a
a
vegan
fidget
or
spinner.
whatever. It's about to fidget spin itself right off the fucking table.
Yes, that's where they all just need to go. I don't know why I didn't bring this up earlier. I knew it was coming. So, Joker origin movies in the works at Warner Brothers in DC.
I'm going to call him Jack Napier.
I mean, they could if they
could.
wanted to.
Dicks.
I don't know if I really want that though.
No, yeah,
Would
because
that, would
if
that
this
be
is
something that you guys would want? Because I kind of like it when in the movies, and when we're talking about like official canon, I kind of like the mystery of
Yeah, I
his
don't want a lot
origins.
of questions answered about him.
Yeah,
But the internet's all mad about that, too. I'm like, I wish you fuckers got mad about every X-Men movie and being a fucking Wolverine movie.
this movie's gonna be garbage.
why is that?
So Deadline is reporting this. They say that The Hangover's Todd Phillips is co-writing the script with 8 Mile Scott Silver.
Interesting.
I
I also see it's
Phillips will direct the movie, and it'll be produced by Martin Scorsese and
Yep.
Todd Phillips. That's I can't say. So I jumped the gun on that. I can't say it's gonna be garbage, but it just the parts being put together don't make me very happy about it. Just because like Todd Phillips isn't exactly known for like, super action stuff. It's more of just raunchy comedy.
Mm-hmm.
But he makes good movies, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you make good movies, I'm gonna give you a chance to make different kinds of good movies.
Nah, I'm not gonna do that.
That's fair.
2017, put him in a box. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Yes. Nailed it. Oh, he did do that War Dogs movie. Did anyone watch that?
I did.
And?
Not bad. Not great. Not bad.
Okay. Alright.
It was watchable.
Alright.
On HBO.
One of those, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, 'cause, other than that, he's just got...
All comedies.
It's literally all comedies. And the stuff that he does multiple facets of, directs, produces, writes, and sometimes acts in, are like super ridiculous ones. Where it's like someone's dick's out for sure.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It'd be interesting. It's supposed to be set in the 80s.
You know he wrote Borat?
Yeah.
That's weird. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Weird, right? Yeah, I don't know. It seems weird.
If you do a Borat movie, you can do a Joker movie.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. That's science.
That's
science.
Yeah.
It's
a very fair and accurate statement, Michael.
Strange science. Weird science.
No. Robert Downey Jr. is not in it.
Not yet.
Right.
By the time it comes out, he could be done with the MCU.
Could be. I'd be down for that.
I just want him to be like dressed as the same exact character, but his age, and dump an icy on whoever ends up being the Joker, and be like, "That's what turned him."
That's what turned him.
He's like, I could create a lady in my bedroom with my computer and science, or
Joker.
be a mass fucking murderer.
I choose B all the time.
Man, it's a simple switch, man. It's just like up or down. You know what I mean? I was going one way or the other. So either the track's going to be set to the left, or that's going to be right to the right, and we'll see what happens.
Good luck.
I can shower the super hot lady while wearing clothes, or hold people hostage and blow everybody up.
I can't see how you'd choose any other
That's
one.
what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Let's see. Anything else big going on?
Not that I'm seeing.
A lot of nonsense.
There was the thing about James Gunn saying that the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 will kick off the next 20 years, they said, of Marvel cosmic films.
Yep. Because they're at this point they're gonna separate the two.
Yeah.
So they'll still be linked in one big universe, but there'll be a bunch of cosmic stuff and then a bunch of regular terrestrian stuff.
And all that stuff will be kicked off with Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yep. Yeah, man. Did...
Oh, buddy.
All right. There's something else I wanted to talk about, too.
Good thing you remember.
Oh, did you guys all see the pictures of John Barenthal as the Punisher in the
Yes,
full
I did.
outfit?
The official logo, too, is dope.
Looks badass.
Yeah, man.
He's in Defenders at some point, right? No? Oh, now I don't want to watch the rest of it.
Yes, he is.
No.
If you watch
You can't
all of
fool
it,
me now.
if you watch all of it,
Good.
he's technically in an episode. Technically.
He's
I don't like the way you're talking right now.
There is no separation of time if you watch the last episode of Defenders, so episode 8, Punisher is technically in that episode.
There's only 8 episodes?
Yeah, it's a miniseries, that's why.
How much were in the other ones?
It's
13, right?
13, yeah.
It's only 8?
It's a miniseries.
Fuck. I could have done that shit yesterday.
No one ever fucking listens to me.
Yeah, because you talk a lot of shit, and so every now and then we tune you out.
That's true.
Obviously.
Yeah.
And he really means like all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Dick. Oh, I know. Well, that's fun. Did you see the pop finals for Jumanji?
No.
Yeah, the one with the Rock is the eyebrow.
Nice.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see that movie. They said that they made some sort of homage to...
Yeah, it was
Williams.
leaked what it was.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to know. I'll watch it.
I do.
They find the board game. The one. So they have the video game one, and there's the actual board game.
Okay.
So at the very end, when they return back to the real world, they obviously finish the game. And when they go back, they go put it away, and then you see the box for Jumanji.
Okay.
So
That's cool.
Okay.
yep. Let's see.
We got the news that Stranger Things is at least going through 3 seasons. 4
Ooh,
seasons?
I'm so excited about that.
Season 3 has been greenlit.
Can't wait to binge
A
the rest of
possible
those.
4.
Then that's where they want
We'll
to end it.
end it. I mean, it was funny because
Those kids
one of
are
the
gonna be
Duffer brothers said
40
he's
by
like,
then.
we're gonna have a hard time trying to get terrible things that happen to these kids for more than 4 years in a row.
Yeah.
It's like terrible things are gonna happen to these kids, and we don't want to do it once a year. So might as well just do a concise story.
Get over with, which is good. Then you're not dragging on things for 13 freaking years, especially when you have kid actors. I mean,
They're gonna start just
because one of
Game
them's dying
Thrones
of an
it.
OD for sure.
That's messed up.
it is messed up.
Look at the odds. Go back and look at all the kid
Not
actors.
nowadays though. We don't know yet because they're
Yeah.
not old yet. But
It's based in the
one of
80s,
them is gonna
though,
have
so-
be a train wreck for sure though, because you have
That's
like Lindsay
definitely
Lohan
good, yes.
type thing where she's just a fucking train wreck. And what's the other crazy bitch? Amanda Bynes.
Yeah.
That bitch lost her damn mind too. So yes, I mean none of them are like fucking
Yeah, but they
Joaquin
almost.
Phoenix
I'm
in
sure
it.
they almost died.
Well, yeah.
So Trainwreck or OD.
like
how
One
you're
of
just
those kids
assuming
from
that
Stranger
they're
and
Things.
addicts.
maybe one of them will lead to another more famous actor
Yeah.
ODing as well. That could totally.
Or
be
one of them's gonna have like a younger sibling also get into acting, and then that one's gonna be shitty compared to the other one, and then they'll die of an OD.
Fair enough. All right, we can do that with you.
Calling it now.
Calling it now.
I'm not saying I want it to happen. I'm
Thank you.
I'm
saying,
just saying that statistically,
Yeah.
it's going to
This is
happen.
what it's looking like.
Yeah.
Did you see the some of the Kingsman Golden Circle promos they put out?
Nope.
They did an Eclipse one, and they did a 3D, not a 3D, a Harry Vision one, which is Harry is the guy who has one eye,
All right.
and it's glasses that have one lens covered
nice.
because he has a patch on.
Oh, I get
So
it.
it's funny.
He got shot in the face.
It's true. It's true. I wonder if he's gonna have a fucking ridiculous scar like
I want
like
to
The
be
Rock did
open
in Driver
still. Yeah.
or in Faster.
Yeah.
Faster.
Faster.
Remember, he has the hit and it like
And it
ricocheted.
comes out of the side
So
of
it comes
his
out, so it's just
fucking-
like this fucking like flower pattern on the back of his head, which is like ripped out. It's good times. Good times. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, I thought it was gonna give me a map of Game of Thrones. Motherfuckers. Nobody has a good map of Game of Thrones.
No.
Nobody. I refuse to buy that book.
Which at this point they should. I mean,
I know, right?
They're
Like, come on
done.
now.
I mean, as far as the shows.
The show, yeah, they're not gonna go to JC for anything.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch that trailer for Beyond Skyline?
No.
No.
Go fuck yourself.
That movie looks fucking terrible.
What was it? I think I did.
So Skyline, remember that Skyline from 2010, that really shitty fucking alien abduction movie
With Turk.
with Turk from?
Oh yeah.
They're
Okay.
making a sequel to it called Beyond Skyline. It has none of the original cast in it.
Which is fine.
It's called Skyline Harder.
Beyond
Skyline 2. Beyond Skyline.
No, let's
2.
not try to make it as cool as Die Hard because it's not. It's Beyond Skyline. Because they're like, we're moving beyond that fucking trash fire of a movie, and we're gonna make a different trash fire of a movie.
Full blown dumpster fire.
Yeah, it is a full on dumpster.
They just need to accept the Sharknado version of things. And
at
just,
one point, I literally thought they were going to, and then like, no, we have big CG monsters. I was like,
just accept Sharknado style.
yeah, no, just do it.
People will love it because it's ironically awful.
Yeah,
Sharknado's like done now, right? Because like that last one got no press. Like,
I
I'm
don't
willing to
done.
bet that
Don't
there's at least
know.
3 more.
Three
Yeah.
more.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't doubt it.
But like the second one, when the second one came out,
and
it
even
was like a big
dozens
deal.
Baker of 8.
It's the one.
It's actually
Yeah.
Baker's dozens. 13.
Anyway.
That joke put Mike right to sleep.
Fuck you, Mike. You're a big old piece of Taj.
Joe,
Because that's a
Motherfucker.
big piece of shit.
Oh, don't let me forget. I have your receipt for your Scorpio, by the way, in my bag.
Word.
Do you guys want to see Knight Rider come back?
Knight Rider.
Nope.
Yeah, Knight Rider?
Absolutely.
No?
Nope.
No?
Not at all.
Fair enough.
Depends.
Who's the lead?
Well,
Please tell me David Hasselhoff voices Kit.
Nope. It's gonna be
That
Kevin
would be
Hart.
awesome.
Kevin
ain't
Hart?
No fucking way.
Phenomenal.
No, that's who they're talking about. They want Kevin Hart and John Cena.
I am not ready.
Oh,
for
I wasn't
that.
even looking at that one.
Wait,
no.
John Cena as
Yes.
As Hasselhoff.
Yeah. There was that one I ran across.
yes.
No. This
Yes,
is
I do.
No,
I don't
Gross.
see. Yeah, no.
I want
Yeah,
it.
that would be awful. But there was another one that Hasselhoff wants to make a more movie, a Knight Rider movie like Logan.
We're just murdering bitches, like Kit's just like running over people's heads.
Michael Knight never murdered a single person, so how can we make
That's
it
what he's
like,
saying. Because Logan never murdered anybody either until he got that movie.
It does now. Yeah.
I'm saying.
People's got like really deep stabs and stuff. They were okay though.
He killed.
He saw
He
him at the
killed
rap
some
party.
people.
It's just a flesh wound.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
they were like, all right, no, I'm good. I got it. I'm plugging the holes with my fingers. I'm good. Give me some aspirin, some Tussin. I'm good.
Tussin.
But like in Logan, he's like ripping people's arms off, and he's like
Those bitches never stood a
dissecting
chance in
motherfuckers. Yeah, man.
No.
Logan, ever.
Yeah, man. That's good. I like it. Let's do it. But to get Mike on board, he needs to have full penetration. Somehow. Full
Whoa,
penetration.
That is.
When you have
That's
David-
Mike's
That's
standing. Like, look, he's agreeing.
He is nodding his head. I'm concerned.
Yeah. No, that is. If you listen to the show, Tosh, thanks for listening.
Shut the fuck up.
A standard to get Mike on board of anything. Full
If,
penetration.
if I'm on the fence,
Yep. If there's a fence he's on,
Full
full
penetration.
penetration will get him over on our side.
yeah,
Oh.
on our side.
So
The side
this is
of full penetration.
David Hasselhoff spoke with Robert Rodriguez. So
Oh,
I met
shit.
with Robert
This-
Rodriguez. He does Dusk Till Dawn and Machete. And I said, you need to do a Knight Rider. Because
So
he is
Hasselhoff
doing a
wants
marathon of Knight Riders. And he said, can we have a selfie? That's him and Robert Rodriguez. I said, no. I don't want a selfie. I want to do the movie. I want to shoot this TV series. I want to bring it back and make it dark. Michael Knight comes back and he's pissed. I hope it happens, and if it does, it'll be kind of like Logan. It'll be dark. Hasselhoff as Michael Knight in 2017. Knight Rider. The saga continues. That's what David Hasselhoff said.
So,
So
David Hasselhoff wants to take the TV show.
And go super crazy.
He wants to
with it.
literally continue it from what he had in the TV show and bring it over into a super
Because
dark.
originally, when you brought
violent.
this up, I was like, "Oh, a new interpretation on it."
Nah,
new
man.
things. Like, no,
No,
that
this is a
guy wants to
continuation.
kill people now.
Yes.
So,
How many years? When did Knight Rider go off the air? Fucking 20-something years ago?
God, a while ago.
80s.
Does
Yeah, it had him in 80s, right? Like when that ended?
Well, it says that approach to a cheesy 80s action series, so it was sometime.
it at least started in
yeah.
the 80s? I know that for sure.
Yeah.
But, oh man, that's tough. Cena's got no hair. I don't know. You know, Michael Knight still has to have hair because those feathers.
Nah, man.
Were-
Because it's
were-
2017, you don't need the feathered hair anymore.
I'm telling you,
He would
it
still
just
have
works. You'd still have it.
1982 to where I just clicked on the thing.
It's got to be in the 80s sometime then it ended. It didn't last very long.
86, so 4 years.
5. Solid run.
No, 4. 82 to 86. It's 4 years.
82, 83, 84, 85, 86.
You don't count 82. It started in 82.
So why wouldn't you count it?
Because it's not it's like counting 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's wrong with you?
Get the fuck out of here.
This fucking guy.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's 4 seasons, the White Note's 4 years.
Did it say 4 seasons on there?
Yeah, because it's 82 to 83, 83 84, 84 to 85, 85 to 86.
Didn't they bring it back
Yeah, in
for like a
2010. It
season?
was fucking
For once,
terrible.
it was so bad. Red
So
kit
fucking
car.
terrible.
Well, like
It changed
the
colors,
original Knight Rider was garbage too. It was just 80s.
How dare
Yeah.
you? How dare you?
though. How dare you be correct?
But they
Yeah.
brought back the concept of it. They had the Team Night or Night Team or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they literally brought it back. So they brought it back.
I want to say Val Kilmer did the voice.
He
right?
did. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a Mustang.
Yeah.
And then they did Team Knight Rider, which was fucking terrible as well.
Which was basically just a car commercial. 'Cause
Yeah.
You had, 5 different vehicles.
Yeah, so the iterations or spin-offs were Code of Vengeance, which was a whole rejected by NBC not to add it to their 85, 86
Knight
lineup.
Rider 2000.
Knight Rider 2000.
Knight Rider 2000, forgot about that one, yeah.
Yep. That then you had Knight Rider 2010.
I totally missed that one.
Yep. You had the Team Knight Rider.
Team
Knight Rider. Yep.
Team Knight Rider.
And then you had
You don't
the
remember seeing those
2000
awful
television
shows?
movie and
I
scene.
watched a couple
No.
episodes.
The fuck?
Yeah,
They were
man.
awful.
The hell, man.
Then there was a digital series that was planned for the NBC Universal digital platform.
I bet you if it goes to Netflix, it'd be amazing.
But it was supposed to be led by Justin Lin, but obviously he's a little too busy for that. You know, doing all them Fast and Furious movies and Star Trek movies.
It's not busy.
He's doing something else too.
Just blow up a car, Fast and Furious.
Hey, if you're gonna make a new Knight Rider, I want a voice and guy. Who do you want?
Voice, I would accept.
I need a sarcastic individual.
Well, Feeney's still alive, right?
Yeah,
Feeny is still alive.
Yeah,
I
so
could
we
go for that.
We can
Down.
get him in the back in there.
Solid.
but he sounds old now though.
Yeah.
He doesn't sound the same.
You know who should voice
Sounds
Kit?
sick. Who?
Batfleck?
No. Look
Keaton?
at Mike.
Michael Keaton?
Nope.
Who?
Come on. Cartoon.
Oh, yeah. That
Yeah.
would be pretty dope.
Yeah, buddy.
But then the car is gonna be more badass than the.
And you have to find someone equally as badass for
Well,
fucking
not possible,
Mike.
sir.
I was thinking Patrick Stewart for the car.
Too old.
I don't care.
He still sounds fun though.
He still
Feeney
sounds
sound.
fun.
Last time I
I
saw
like
Feeney on
Shaken's
something, he
voice.
sounded
Yeah, but
sick.
see, with Patrick
And-
Stewart, if he's not cussing, I don't want him in it though.
That's good.
I agree.
Because he's ruined me for ever hearing Patrick Stewart not talking about fecal matter or fucking missiles.
Joe Manganiello as Michael Knight.
As Michael Knight, did they make a car big enough for a human being to get into that's not
Yeah.
a T-top of some sort? The
Yeah.
T's missing?
Yeah.
He gets in and he's like, his head's poking up. He's like, well, hope my head's bulletproof. Like, kid has to drive around.
What about
bullets
Carl
everywhere.
Urban?
Oh, you got Joe on board. Look at him. You got a fan.
I'd also
going on,
take
so-
Carl Urban.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
would.
I think
I'd
I
go
would
for Carl Urban.
like that guy.
He can grow the hairs too.
Stop worrying about the fucking hair. You're
It's
not
a
gonna have
part
an
of Michael
80s
fucking Knight.
It doesn't
We're
matter. He's not
talking
gonna
about
have 80s
2017.
hairstyle.
I don't give a shit.
That's gonna cheese the whole fucking show right off the bat if he does this old school fucking feathered hair.
I didn't say it has to be feathered. It's got to be hair.
But you need a picture
You
of
can't
him
have-
that shows up on someone's desk with feathered hair. That's all that matters.
and
you can have a
they still
current-
have to have hair of some sort. It can't be Cena short.
Why not?
I don't think it would work.
You tell Cena his hair's too short.
I'm not telling that man
That's
anything negative.
What I thought. He can do whatever he wants.
Absolutely.
He wants to be. He can play both roles. They could paint his ass black with a little red LED on the front of his shoot scenes where he's a car, and then he's just walking around in a
Little red
fucking
LED
jacket. Yep.
LED dick.
Yep.
That would be horrifying.
And he just talks to himself the entire time. Michael, yes, Kit. It would be amazing.
Oh.
Do it all himself. Sold.
I don't think anyone's buying that one.
Nah.
No.
You tell him no. You tell John Cena no.
I'm just saying I don't think anyone's buying it.
He'll stick his Make-A-Wish kids on you.
You still a little misty
So-
about that shit?
Dude. Then this fucking piece of shit
Hit you twice.
sends in that goddamn Connor one. That'll ruin your
hit
night.
You twice.
I had to watch sad ass fucking America's Got Talent videos to make myself feel better. None of these people are dying of some crazy ass brain disease. Dude, did you watch that Connor one?
No, because I knew better.
Don't do it when you're feeling depressed. You may find a fucking bullet in your diet. Like, I don't know, a gun. I'm way too lazy to hang myself. Just saying. Jesus. Dude, when Stephanie McMahon's on that video, she, like, the first part, they're talking to her, and her voice cracks, and I was like, oh, yep. 2 seconds, she's gonna be crying. Yep. Cut back, easily just fucking bawling. I was like, good lord. You gotta watch it. It's really good, but man, bring tissues.
We'll watch it after this.
We will watch it after this.
All right.
No, we're not watching it together.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Four friends weeping in a room.
No.
Four
I
friends
don't wanna-
weeping in a
I don't want to
room.
be associated with 4 dudes crying in one room.
Gonna play Who Cries First.
Oh, it's gonna be me.
Mike, for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Because I know the video backwards and forwards. I've seen it 100 times. And yeah,
Soon
instantly.
to be 101.
Yep.
Boom. Ha. Mike's gonna cry with his friends. Mike's gonna cry with his friends.
I don't know how much I like that song only because
Todd's
The
gonna
friends
cry
cry, too.
along with Mike. Todd's gonna cry along with Mike. I added
Mike is
Todd's
wiping
to
away
it.
the tears already. He's just thinking about the shit.
Yeah, man. He is done.
On the verge. What else we got
Let's see.
besides the fart chair?
Get some
I gotta
oil
get
for
rid
that
of
thing.
this.
Fart chair, fart chair.
Man.
Chair is made in a bean factory. Because beans,
No, I got it. It attempted
beans,
to
beans,
go
magical fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot. The more you toot, the better you feel. So I'd say
Sweet.
beans for every meal.
Yep.
It's a dirty limerick.
Yep.
Dirty.
My grandfather taught me that.
Do you
I think
know
everybody's grandfather
how
taught them that.
horrible you would feel if you had beans for every fucking meal?
You don't have to have beans for every meal. You have to have beans
With
in every meal.
Yeah.
You can handle that, I think.
I don't think so.
I think you could.
My asshole cannot handle such
We
trauma.
don't.
How about we don't talk about your insides running on the outside?
Entrails being extrails?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that guy's got a tail. Nah, prolapse anus.
Hey, so
Relapse.
Tosh.
No,
Tosh got a
Tosh.
tail.
Taj is starting to notice pink sock.
I'm
not okay with that.
Gross.
I'm not okay with that.
Thanks.
I'm almost sorry I brought that up. No, you're gonna say what were you gonna say?
Hitman's Bodyguard sequel? Yay or nay?
Yay. I don't know where to go, but I say yeah.
Did you end up seeing?
Yeah,
It's so good, right?
absolutely.
God damn, it was so good. This guy hasn't seen it because he's
Nope.
a loser.
Pointing to Joe.
Wow.
I wasn't gonna bring that up on the show. I was just gonna say that guy and let him guess when he's the only that doesn't talk about
Well,
it.
especially since you said Taj, you already saw it.
Yeah, again, I wasn't gonna say his name out loud, so
Joe's
everyone had to.
name?
Yeah, Joe hasn't
Joe's
seen it.
name?
No, I have not seen it
That's Joe's voice you're hearing, saying he hasn't seen it yet.
because I work on the nights
The
that you guys
fucking shame you
decide
were.
to do the.
The movie time we went to, you could have made it.
You could have.
No,
Yeah,
We could
I'm
have.
not
No,
going
you
to.
could have.
I'm not going
That
to.
one's false. We went to
Not
the
going
7. The next one we could have.
did we go to 7?
Yeah.
I'll check because we
Yeah.
went dinner afterwards. That's right.
He said next one.
If we have done the next show time.
Yeah,
if
we
we've
would've
done
done-
the
yeah.
show.
But we know you wouldn't have gone.
Yeah,
so
so we
I
really-
would not have.
Which, by the way, all right, let me bring this up. So this is a good segue because it's an actual segue.
Uh oh.
So I show up to the movie theater, right?
Right.
I am there first.
Right.
Mike and Jen haven't got there yet.
Right.
I go in. I'm gonna get my drink. Get my drink and maybe a nice sugary snack to go along with it, which I did not get. I just got my drink. Spoiler alert.
Sugar enough in the drink.
I watched. No, it was iced tea. Just I don't drink soda anymore, so
He doesn't.
yeah.
No, I believe that, but there's no sugar in iced tea.
No.
No, unsweetened iced tea.
Unsweetened iced tea,
Unsweetened iced tea.
Gross.
which is
What
just
am I from the south?
tea.
Anyway, so I'm standing in line. It's super busy, and like Harkins sometimes does this stupid thing where like they open up like 2 registers in the middle and the other one's in the far ends, so you can't have like a bunch of lines together. So that was fun. So I'm sitting there, and I look over, and there's this family, and this lady's holding a fucking chihuahua in the movie theater, like in the lobby.
You kicked that bitch right out.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this bitch brought a dog to the movie.
Oh, this bitch.
Oh, this bitch.
Then I look over and I was like, oh, and they have like 2 little kids. When I say little kids, like
Not in the.
not in the realm of going to see an R-rated movie. So I was like, oh,
Oh,
good.
perfect.
They're gonna go see something else.
Oh, they went and saw.
They walk in right before me into an R-rated action raunchy comedy.
With fucking Ryan Reynolds and Sam Jackson.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It doesn't get
Pants
much
of the
worse.
fucking year. Pants
No,
of
I
the fucking
disagree.
year.
I disagree. Horrible
But
human beings.
let me ask you: Did they interrupt anything? Did the dog?
No, so the
bark?
dog
Did
was fine. The drunk people next to Jen, on the other hand,
Yeah, they were
were the
pretty awful.
fucking worst.
Really?
Because
Just a group of
they got up
bros.
3 times
To go get more drinks.
to give them more drinks. Then one of them started saying what the meaning of jokes were from the movie.
And then my one of my favorite parts, because they're to my left, so I didn't. Luckily, with my bad ear, couldn't really hear a lot of what they're saying. I just knew they were talking, which was annoying enough. And then Jen was telling me some of the things. But one of the things I heard was one point Ryan Reynolds in the movie gets upset and he starts taking shots. And one guy goes, "That's me, dog. That's so me, bro." Yeah. And the other guy's like, "Yeah, it is." I was like, "Oh, Jesus fucking
Out
Christ."
fucking loud.
I was like, "Oh, that's you. You drink." Yeah, we're all aware. that
and
you
we're all
drink.
proud of you.
Yeah. You
So-
should have the legal ability just to slap someone. At least just slap someone and tell them to shut the
Fucking
fuck
terrible, dude. It was Yeah, I was like, God damn it, these guys. And when they got up, they weren't fucking quiet about it either.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Like, oh, and they wouldn't, because so the theater we go to, for people who aren't with us when we go to the movies, is one of the nice ones that have the recliners.
Oh, so
know?
this was over at the Harkins.
This was at Australia.
Yeah, wow.
So
Jeez.
because they have the bar there, so
Yeah.
they can go get drinks whenever they want, apparently.
Also, south of the 10 is where all the fucking...
Idiots live, apparently. Yeah. So, it's one of them, at this point, is already drunk. So he decided to lower his seat down. He just jumps off the chair over the thing. When he comes back, he just flops back down in the fucking chair.
Jesus.
I was like...
When dropped his phone.
Yeah, dropped his phone, and then he goes and, like, reaches down behind the dude's seat to try to fish it out. He's like, got it.
It's all during the movie.
Going on.
Mind you, yeah. It's not even, like, before.
So, my rant about bringing a dog to the theater is because you shouldn't bring a fucking dog to a movie theater.
Yes.
That's not the worst, but didn't hear the dog once.
Dog wanted to see the movie, too.
Yeah, so
Right?
good
The
dog.
assholes to the left of Mike fucked it
Good
up.
dog, bad drunk dudes, bad parents.
Yep.
Good puppy, though.
The dog was perfectly fine. Yeah, man, it was... I was like, you people need to die in a fire.
That's awful.
Yeah.
What Cody said, or the fact that he had to deal with it?
Well, I mean, the fact that you have to deal with that type of stuff. That's the type of stuff where, honestly, it gets to the point where you just need to be like, hey, you know, go out to somebody
Somebody come get these
and just be
fucks.
like, look, these guys are being really disruptive.
And I want a free movie. Was
And
that
I
the
want a
point
free
there?
movie.
And I want you to rewind this bitch so I can finish watching it and
Yeah.
actually hear stuff.
What if they're actually dead? How fucking awesome would that
Rewind it?
be? Yeah. Roll the tape back.
Like the time when the fucking
Bond.
bond broke and they
Yeah.
had to fucking fast forward to the right part.
Yeah. It was hilarious.
I wasn't there for that one.
It's a good time.
Hilarious and so
Horrible.
perfect on what
Yeah,
it,
so
what
like,
happened.
so it's the one with Javier Bardem. So, not Skyfall. The other one.
Quantum
Is
is
it
it Skyfall?
No, Skyfall, right? Yeah, Skyfall.
Skyfall.
So it's that one, right? So you remember when he get like Javier Bardem's character escapes, and
Which time?
from MI6 from
Okay.
inside the
He's
facility.
in the glass cage.
And, you know,
Yep.
he takes his fucking
Takes his
face
fucking
out.
teeth out. Oh.
His
Yo,
teeth
bro,
and
put your
half
face
of
back
his
in.
face.
Put your face back in. Yo, Puzzle Man, put the face back in. Some of us just ate or
The
want to.
prosthetics were amazing for that part, by the way,
Yeah.
but that just fucking... Ugh.
So he escapes, right? Goes through the tunnels and they lead into the train tracks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, like he runs down and Bond's following him and gets to the one door. We can't get the door open. The train's like does the class thing. We're watching it, and it's right as the train's about to like hit air quotes Daniel Craig,
Uh-huh.
it just goes black. No audio, no nothing. We're like, dang, what happened?
Yeah.
And then like 5 minutes of nothing goes on. We're like, seems like a really long.
The greatest cliffhanger ever.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, like the lights start to come up, and a guy comes like, "Hey, we're just having some technical difficulties." We're like, "Oh, gotcha!" Like we're getting it reset. We're gonna, we'll. You guys want to start over? We're like, at this point, they're like 30 something minutes in. We're like, "No, I don't want to start over.
Right.
We just want to continue where." He's like, "We know where." So we're 94 different people are trying to tell this fucking poor kid where we're at, and he's trying to walkie-talkie over to things like, they said they're It's like And so finally we get to the part and like they're fast forward, like stop. And it's like 2 minutes in, like it's back to the thing before he escapes. So, but yeah, it was really because like it cuts perfectly. We're just like, oh my god, what happened?
Like literally edge of seat.
Yeah, like,
Just oh my god.
Did he survive? They kill
What's going
Bond?
on?
Is he crippled? Is he missing a leg? Like they get an ear? Like
He lived.
missing an incisor? And then he's fine. I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
Spoiler alert.
yeah, he made it for
For,
another movie. Soon to be 2 more.
Was a
Yep.
2 or 3 year old movie now?
This point?
4?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
So he's in for 2 more?
yeah.
I approve.
They gave him all the monies.
However, not gonna lie, when they floated Idris Elba,
Fuck yeah,
I
man.
was excited.
I was
Yeah.
down.
Super
Yeah.
excited.
I mailed in money. I better get that shit back. I mean, I'll still buy tickets to see Daniel Craig.
But you just want your prepay back.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
What do you think of Daniel Craig as a fucking hillbilly? In
Oh my god, I cannot.
He
I
looks
want to see.
wonderful.
I want to see Logan Lucky so bad because that shit looks hilarious.
So funny.
Mm-hmm.
It throws me off.
Start last week, right?
Yeah.
The same started the same week, yeah. As
It throws me off. Like I can't.
Well, when he
I-
speaks,
Yeah, I'm like, nope. I can't watch this movie. It's
that
gonna
trailer
fuck
did
me
a
up.
great job of because I knew he was in the movie. I just didn't know who was playing or what it was. You're like, is he a cop? What is it? And they show you, and I was like, from behind, he has the like super bleached
blonde
hair.
hair, yeah.
And I was like, he has a build like, and they show him like, oh my god, Daniel Craig. And then he talks, and I was like, perfect.
Absolutely
Oh
perfect.
my god, dude. Yeah. I mean, you got Winter Soldier in that movie. You got James Bond in that movie. You got Kylo Ren in the movie.
Yeah.
You got Channing Tatum in that movie.
Stormtrooper.
Yep. Yeah, man. Like it's just like. Dang.
It's a pretty solid cast. Even the female actresses.
You got Mrs. Tom or former Tom Cruise Mrs. in there.
Yeah.
Someone else that's from. Who else is in that movie that I saw too? Doesn't matter, but yeah, that movie looks really funny. I would like to watch that movie.
Yeah.
I would like to watch it. Like now, you can watch it right now.
Right now?
Yeah. Tickets for it went on sale today.
Nice.
That might be the scariest trailer I've ever seen.
Which one?
Like the series.
Oh,
of
Hilary
trailers.
Swank was the one I was
Yeah.
thinking of. That's the one.
$1 million.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah, Seth MacFarlane plays
Oh,
it.
hillbillied up.
Yeah, Hillbillied Up too. Yeah. And then
That's a really good cast.
Catherine Waterston from Alien Covenant is in it too.
You're gonna be mad at me.
What? Why?
I still haven't seen it.
Oh, that's fine. I'm used to you disappointing me. Hey! Dwight Yoakam's in it. Oh, I'm totally seeing this fucking movie for sure.
Dwight Yoakam is
Yeah,
the
dude.
tip
Dwight
of the
Yoakam,
point?
Crank 1 and 2.
Was it?
He was the doctor.
Right.
How can you not fucking realize?
He's
he
also
was
the
the doctor?
Jesus.
best part of Panic Room too.
Fair enough, because Panic Room was a terrible movie.
It is a horrible movie.
Yeah, so you're
Dwight
right.
Yoakam though
Dwight
was
Yoakam.
fucking weird and creepy as
Yep.
shit in that movie.
In every movie. That's like his go-to thing.
Who is this angry-looking motherfucker right here? William Mark McCullough.
Oh, he's probably just like a... Well, I don't know why AJ Styles is just like Jon Snow. Look.
Look
Mike.
at that picture.
AJ Styles just
Yeah.
as Jon Snow. Yep.
Does Joe know who AJ
Dwight,
Styles is?
Yeah.
Dwight Yoakam was in Wedding Crashers too. Remember the opening scene of Wedding Crashers?
Dwight Yoakam's fantastic in everything.
Sling Blade. Wedding Crashers. 4 Christmases.
Put that man in more movies.
Yeah, man.
Crank
He's a
1 and
fucking
2.
Golden child.
Banditas.
That movie's fucking terrible, by the way.
Hollywood Homicide.
Another not great movie.
Are you surprised by any of this?
No, but it is.
There's a lot of
That's
straight
no
to DVD shit.
Oh, of course there is, yeah.
He's a country music singer
Yeah.
trying to be an actor.
Country western music singer, no less.
Absolutely.
Like, you can't just throw him in country.
He's like an
music.
old school country
90
singer.
Minutes in Heaven. Dirty Girl.
90 minutes in heaven. Shit, I'm lucky to have 90 seconds in heaven.
Damn.
You're welcome.
I gotta go. Newton Boys. He was in the fucking Newton Boys. That old ass.
He's been
fucking
acting
movie.
for a while, huh?
Yeah, dude. Crossover star that no one knew about.
And still doesn't know about.
It's true. Tom Waits is another one that shows up in movies. You're like, wow, dude's super creepy. Like Seven Psychopaths.
God, what a I love
Chris
that
Christopherson was an old school crossover.
Yeah.
movie. Yeah.
He's actually a pretty good actor too.
Mm-hmm.
And he makes chicken.
No?
Because it was the joke from Mad TV.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Because it was Kenny Rogers.
Kenny Rogers Chicken?
And they're like, he looks like he looks like Chris Christopherson. And they're like, who the fuck is that? The guy that sells chicken. And it was just Will Sasso or Mike dressed as Kenny Rogers. Which, by the way, he still will not do for Halloween. By the way.
Yeah.
He will not do Kenny Rogers.
Because I don't dress up for Halloween anymore. Because
Well,
I'm a
guess what? When
grown
you
ass
wake
adult.
up from being drugged,
That
and
is debatable.
And you're super
That's not
glued
debatable.
Yeah,
into
Little
Kenny
fucking
Rogers.
Fat Kenny Rogers.
with a fucking big old bottle of Jack Daniels and a
Yep.
bad wig.
Yeah.
Yep, just glued to your hand. And a bucket of chicken.
I think that sounds wonderful.
Right?
Right?
You
Todd's
should
gonna
do
be
that.
dressing up as the fucking dad from Coming to America.
That's right. We did talk about
Yep.
that, didn't we?
You're gonna be dressed as fucking chicken Kenny Rogers.
Chicken Kenny Rogers.
Joe is gonna dress in a spacesuit that doesn't fit, and I'll be taking pictures of you guys.
Wait a fucking minute.
I don't dress up for Halloween. That's dumb.
That's childish.
That's right. You little bitches.
Won't be caught dead
Nope.
or alive.
And on that note, I think we're done. Anybody else? Got anything else?
Got nothing.
You could dress up as Michael Fahey or whatever his name is from Kotaku.
I don't know what you're talking about, and that seems racist.
No. Because you look exactly like
I
him.
don't
We've
know
been
what
over
you're
this. We've been over this.
Oh, the food guy.
Yeah, the food
That's
guy.
messed up, man.
Yeah.
He tries all the terrible foods.
You'd be the chubby kid from fucking.
Everything, apparently.
Well, you have to add a beard to it, so.
Well.
The older version of some chubby kid from the
Maybe
movie.
hey,
look,
it's
it's-
guy.
It's
Look, it's-
Bruce Valanche.
Yeah, it's Bruce
Oh.
Willis. I need a super tight shirt
Oh my god.
and puppies.
Oh my god.
It's a good one.
We have to film a Hollywood Squares with you now. Jesus Christ.
With all of us. We got
Tosh can
Kenny
be
Rogers.
Are you with me?
But with the goatee. So it looks accurate.
The voice sounds
Yep.
about the same.
Yep, yeah. Hers is a little bit lower than
A
yours,
little
but
bit.
you know, you
Oh,
can try.
Jesus.
God damn, that's good. Let's make that happen.
Who's the fucking guy who hosts that shit? Tom.
No one knows.
No.
Isn't the same guy from America's Funniest Home Videos now, right? Isn't it the same
The
guy?
American Funniest Home Videos now is Carlton.
Is it really?
Oh,
Yeah, it is.
Oh, that's fucking
I ran
terrible.
across that.
Calvado? No.
You're talking Bergeron? No.
Bergeron, right? Isn't it Bergeron?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. I thought he was doing that show that Mark Summers used to do. Not Double Dare, the other one, the Food Network one.
Yeah,
Unwrapped.
he was.
He was?
doing
Did they
it.
He
cancel
was,
it already?
yeah.
I haven't watched Food Network.
I don't know, but that-
so.
That was on like the other the
Oh, it was on
cooking
yeah,
channel.
cooking channel, yeah. Mark Summers needs to come back and do some Double Dare.
I agree.
Double Dare.
You
He
say
ain't
Mark
doing all
Summers,
this.
and that's pretty much all I want to see
Yep.
from him.
Two
Yeah,
things that
Tom Bergeron.
Bergeron, yeah, that's the one. Because he's the one that does the America's 20, or used to do America's 20 Home Videos, right?
Mhm.
After the Saget.
Saget
You have to
was
say
good.
you have to say it that way, but
The Saget?
yeah, the Saget. You don't know him personally, you can't call him Bob.
Fair enough.
That's what he said.
All right. If he said it, it's fine.
Yep.
He's funnier than I am.
But yeah, and he's filthy as fuck.
Absolutely.
All right, I think that's it. Bruce is giving us the rap symbol. There it
That's
is.
a wrap.
So, comes naturally, we are.
Joe.
Mike.
I am Cody, and we were joined by.
Taj!
There you go. And as usual,
Bitches.
you fuckers just came naturally.
And we're out this bitch.